Good evening. This side Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multinational headquartered group, and we are a multi-million valuation company, which is a concern for many people because unlike Paytm, Ola, Uber, Swiggy, Zomato, Lenskart, Delivery, Byju's, and all such great companies who are in losses, negative retained earnings, sometimes to the tune of 12,500 crore. We are 100% profitable company, which is a concern for people. And few people not been able to digest that. Who cares? Because in another couple of years, many more interesting things on the cards. We are predominantly a multinational hedge fund, which means that we take up positions in multi, I would say countries, which includes the Asian equities, the European equities, European indices, United States equities, and United States indices. And having said that, we are continuously adding more and more and more asset classes in our kitty. But having said that, that's a very important point. And to mention, we are a proprietary fund. By proprietary, I mean none of our positions are backed up by any private equity or venture capitalist fund. None of our positions. And whatever positions which our fund is taking is backed up by our own capital, which means that no third party, which includes private equity, venture capitalist, or any venture debt fund, invested in our hedge fund. And no one will allow to do so. But there is a similarity between our fund and American funds, which is that they also take positions in FICC, which is fixed income currencies and commodities. We also take in FICC and growing. But our all desks are proprietary in nature. Apart from that, we hold our own, I would say, we hold our own new private news desk. We hold our own pension fund desk. We hold our consulting business, private placement programs, and many more products. In case you wish to have any information, then you can WhatsApp on our personal number, which is +91 9899242978. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp at our back office, which is +91 9818485155. And today in this video, I would be covering the highest stupidity by the Federal Reserve. I tend to believe, of course, I am always speaking, challenging the big banks, and many people frighten. They feel that, why do you challenge the status quo? To me, it hardly matters. I'm ex-corporate treasurer, and you know my skills in the Western banking. This is a guide of SOFR, Secured Overnight Financing Rate, and it is by the Federal Reserve. And this guide I have started reading. I'm not yet done. Probably in another couple of months, I would be done thoroughly. Full of mistakes, effective page number 1. And this is the quality of Federal Reserve. I personally challenge Federal Reserve in case they have guts, they can reply back. And don't think that this is the only video on SOFR I'm making. A hell lot of videos are on the cards. But when I studied these kind of guides by Federal Reserve, one thing I'm sure that Federal Reserve is the highest idiot I have ever came across. Highest idiot. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. See you in the part 1 and let's cover the stupidity of Federal Reserve. Have a great time ahead. Good evening. Welcome to our video whereby we are covering the highest stupidity of the life, which is known as SOFR, Secured Overnight Financing Rate. You know, guys, many of you, those who know me personally or they're tracking me from many years on the social media, they are well aware that I am an ex-corporate treasurer. And effective 2018, I'm raising voice in the system that till what extent the system is compromised. I have no trust as we speak on any system of the globe. Now, whether it is American system, whether this is Indian system, Chinese system, European system, even Singapore system, majority of the systems worldwide are compromised. How many banks licensed cancelled in 2000 after 2008? None. How many CEOs of top banks prosecuted and sent to jail? None. And I have huge list. So this story of SOFR started after the LIBOR manipulation. And you know, guys, if you refer to page number 3, in 2014, the Federal Reserve convened the Alternate Reference Rate Committee, ARRC. Now, in the whole video, I will not mention Alternate Reference Rate Committee. I will shortly mention ARRC. And tasked the group with identifying an alternate to US dollar LIBOR that was robust. Barclays manipulated US dollar LIBOR. Many inter-dealer broker manipulated US dollar LIBOR. And what the hell Federal Reserve is writing in its guide, rather a report, it was robust. This in itself is an evidence that till what extent regulatory agencies of United States are compromised. This in itself is an indication. Anyways, in 2014, the Federal Reserve convened the Alternative Reference Rate Committee, and tasked the group with identifying an alternate to US dollar LIBOR that was robust, OSCO compliant, transaction based rate derived from deep and liquid market. I will definitely have a video on the OSCO. Please be rest assured. Once I read this, I was like, what the hell? They wrote it. Anyways, as the time progressed, the ARRC, alternate reference rate committees, and NWG means National Working Groups. So there is a difference. Alternate Reference Rate Committee, ARRC, was predominantly biased. They focused only on the US dollar. They completely ignored what the hell Barclays did, what the hell other interdealer broker did. So they were focused on US dollar and they failed even that. Please be rest assured, I would be covering in a series of video. I might not be able to cover everything in one video because SOFR is a very, very big topic. But having said that, now as we speak, we have more than 12 RFRs. RFR stands risk-free reference rate. Now, what the hell is risk-free that I fail to understand? Because today there is nothing risk-free. The globe is standing at 62.3 trillion of sovereign debt. And guys, this 62.3 trillion is as of 2020. And this report is by the Janus Henderson, who themselves are the leading hedge fund of the globe. So if 2020 the total sovereign debt was 62.3 trillion, and according to the same report, by 2025 the estimated would be 80 trillion according to Janus Henderson. And here I completely disregard with them with due respect, because I feel that by 2025 the sovereign debt would be more than 100 trillion US dollars. Rather, I won't be surprised that as glaciers are melting, we can have a sovereign debt of more than 120 or 130 trillion US dollars. I might not be surprised. But anyways, we got several brothers and sisters, which includes Sonia, Sterling Overnight Index Average, Japanese Yen Tona, Tokyo Overnight Average, Euro ESTR, Euro Short Term Rate, Swiss franc Saron, which is Swiss average overnight, ONIA Australian, and many other. But the biggest question is how many of them are liquid? That's a bloody point. And no one wanted to talk about that. Anyways, we will talk. Now let's start with the page number 1, and you get the highest stupidity of the life. Do you know SOFR is currently in cash products? It is not in derivatives. And I'm sure that 99% people even not aware what the hell is the cash product and what the hell is the derivative. The total derivative market of the globe, basically which was based on LIBOR, according to various sources, it's around between 350 trillion to 400 trillion, which I disregard because it is more than 1000 trillion. Because trusting any banking report is a foolishness in 2022. But anyways, do you know a very simple idiocy you have in SOFR? Let me study for you. SOFR issuers and lender will face a technical choice between simple or a compound average of SOFR as they seek to use SOFR in cash products. In short term, using simple interest convention may be easier since many systems are already set up to accommodate this. I'll come to this point. However, compound interest would be more accurately reflect the time value of money, which becomes a more important consideration as interest rate rise, and it can allow for more accurate hedging and better market functioning. Hey, come on, guys. Don't you know what the hell is OIS? Overnight index swap? If you do know what is OIS, then make it one benchmark. OIS is based on geometric mean, where one side is based on geometric mean while other side is fixed. It could be asset side, it could be liability side. It hardly matters. So just take an example. Today, Amazon is doing the OIS, overnight index swap, in US dollars. Then Amazon fixed one leg, whether Amazon is on the asset side or Amazon is on the liability side. And the second, which is known as the float leg, the final composition is dependent on the geometric mean. And whatever geometric mean you get, the difference is either payable by Amazon or it is receivable by Amazon. What the hell are you talking? What the hell? ARRC is coming up with two options, which is simple and compound. Where is the geometric mean when OIS, who is a IR product, interest rate product, is on geometric mean? What is simple and compound? Because it creates a lot of panic in the system. How? Very simple. Because if you have either simple or compound, then the existing ERPs, enterprise resource planning, either SAP or Oracle, or maybe you have JD Edwards or anyone, or the treasury management systems who are already obsolete like Murex, Calypso and all, they need to amend themselves. But I'm sure that no one would raise the voice. No one would raise the voice. And this creates the highest stupidity of the life. And this is the beginning of treasury consulting in SOFR. Guys, I'm telling you one thing. If you're thinking that Federal Reserve is intelligent, then you are also an idiot. And with this video, although on tweets I challenged Joe Biden, Powell, Janet Yellen, Kamala Harris, and many more, many times and many times to come. But I am hereby with this video challenging Federal Reserve competency. Because one thing is sure, they are already compromised. There is no doubt about that. But now I am challenging their competency. Because when you speak about SOFR, and that too in a cash product, you are supposed to be very clear. And that clear is it has to be geometric mean. Better it would be geometric trimmed mean. There is a hell lot of difference between geometric mean and geometric trimmed mean. It would be better if you have geometric trimmed mean. But if you look at this guide by Federal Reserve, you feel like stupidity flows from the top. Joe Biden, Powell, Janet Yellen. If you are listening or anyone from your team is listening, I am challenging your competence. And my number is +91 9899 242 978. I repeat, +91 9899 242 978.